Hello, students. Today we are going to begin the third chapter of Vistas, that is, Journey to the End of the Earth. This chapter talks about human evolution. What happened, how before human evolution, Antarctica was part of a huge tropical landmass called the Gondwana land. You might have studied in your geography subject up to class 10th, which flourished 500 million years ago. So, this Gondwana land was there about 500 million years ago. Geographical and biological changes occurred, and Antarctica separated and moved away, evolving into what it is today. A visit to Antarctica gave Tishani Doshi, the writer, a deeper understanding of the Earth's history, ecology, and environment. She has written this article in order to make the students, that is, the future generation, they must have awareness regarding the future policies, and it is helpful for the students to realize that the threat of global warming is very real. Through this article, Tishani Doshi's visit to Antarctica, the coldest, driest, and windiest continent in the world, aboard the Russian vessel Academic Shakalsky, gave her a deeper understanding and a better perspective to the damage caused by human impact on Earth. How much damage humans have caused on Earth, it has been studied by the author Tishani Doshi through that vessel which she boarded. Antarctica, though unpopulated, has been affected, and there is a growing concern for its half a million year old carbon records trapped under its ice sheets. So, this is a Students on Ice program by which high school students were taken to Antarctica so that awareness can be created among them. So, I hope you have understood the theme on which this chapter is based. Before you read, if you want to know more about the planet's past, present, and future, the Antarctica is the place to go to. Happy voyage! And this planet is planet Earth. Let's begin. Early this year, I found myself aboard a Russian research vessel, the Academic Shokalsky. So, this is the ship named Academic Shokalsky. It is a Russian ship or vessel heading towards the coldest, driest, windiest continent in the world, and that is Antarctica. I is author. So the author went to Antarctica by this ship. My journey began 13.09 degrees north of the equator in Madras, and her journey started from Madras and involved crossing 9 time zones, 6 checkpoints, 3 bodies of water, and at least as many ecospheres. So, this is how Tishani Doshi, the author, undertook the journey, the voyage by a ship, and she has started her journey from Madras, and she has covered up lots of time zones and ecospheres. By the time I actually set foot on the Antarctic continent, I had been traveling over 100 hours in combination of a car, an aeroplane, and a ship. So, my first emotion on facing Antarctica's expansive white landscape and uninterrupted blue horizon was relief, followed up with an immediate and profound wonder. Since the author had started her journey from Madras, To when she reached Antarctica, she had covered almost 100 hours of journey. She had donated, or you can say contributed, 100 hours in journey by car, aeroplane, ship in total, and reached Antarctica after around 100 hours. So when she reached the place, Antarctica, she could see the expanse means vastness, expanded, बहुत बड़ा, विशाल, white landscape. Antarctica, as you know, is covered with snow. So it's white landscape and uninterrupted. No interruption is there because no locality is there, people do not live there, it is the place which is unpopulated. So uninterrupted blue horizon. So when she could see the place, she felt relieved and quite wondered as well. Wonder at its immensity. Immensity means vastness again. Its isolation, the loneliness because there is no population, but mainly at how there could ever have been a time when India and Antarctica were part of the same landmass. So now she recalls that time which she has read in the geography books or geological books that earlier India and Antarctica were parts of the same landmass which was called Gondwana land. So now she could not imagine that. Let's see the history which is reflected. 650 million years ago, a giant amalgamated southern supercontinent, Gondwana. Giant means very huge. Amalgamated means collected. Southern supercontinent. तो 650 मिलियन ईयर्स अगो एक बहुत बड़ा सुपर कॉन्टिनेंट था which was called Gondwana, did indeed exist, centered roughly around the present day Antarctica. And it was somewhere near present day Antarctica. Things were quite different then. Humans hadn't arrived on the global scene. So human evolution of human mankind was not occurred did not occur at that time, and the climate was much warmer, hosting a huge variety of flora and fauna. तो जब ये सुपर कॉन्टिनेंट था गोंडवाना तब मैनकाइंड की इवोल्यूशन नहीं हुई थी, ह्यूमन बींग्स नहीं थे, टेम्परेचर बहुत ज़्यादा हॉट था और उस टाइम में उस टेम्परेचर के अकॉर्डिंग बहुत डिफरेंट वैरायटीज़ की flora and fauna were available. For 500 million years, Gondwana thrived. It continued for 500 million years. But around the time when the dinosaurs were wiped out and the age of the mammals got underway, the landmass was forced to separate into countries. लेकिन उस समय जब डायनासोर्स एक्सटिंक्ट हो गए, they wiped out from the scene, from the nature, and the mammals started evolving. मैमल्स का इवोल्यूशन स्टार्ट हुआ, ये हमने बायोलॉजी में पढ़ा है. When mammals started, the landmass was forced to separate into countries. तब ये लैंडमास जो था, जो गोंडवाना लैंड कहलाता था, ये सेपरेट हुआ, शेपिंग द ग्लोब मच एज वी नो इट टुडे. सो जो प्रेजेंट एग्जिस्टेंस है ग्लोब की, ये उस टाइम बनी थी जब गोंडवाना सेपरेटेड हुआ था. उससे पहले की कंडीशंस कुछ डिफरेंट थी. उससे पहले का अगर हम वर्ल्ड मैप देखेंगे तो वो डिफरेंट होगा. उससे पहले के जो लैंड मासेस की एग्जिस्टेंस थी वो डिफरेंट थी. सो जो प्रेजेंट हम वर्ल्ड मैप देखते हैं या प्रेजेंट हम लैंड मासेस की एग्जिस्टेंस देखते हैं ऑल ओवर द वर्ल्ड, इट हैज़ कम और इट हैज़ स्टार्टेड आफ्टर दिस सेपरेशन ऑफ गोंडवाना लैंड. To visit Antarctica now is to be a part of that history, to get a grasp of where we have come from and where we could possibly be heading. So now when we go to Antarctica, we can come to know of that history, and we will come to know that where we have come from and where we are moving towards. What will be the future? So it is past and future, both could be visible. It's to understand the significance of Cordilleran folds and Precambrian granite shields. So here again these are geographical terms. Precambrian granite shields और Cordilleran folds जो थे, ओजोन एंड कार्बन लेयर्स, एवोल्यूशन एंड एक्सटिंक्शन, इन सब के बारे में हम पढ़ सकते हैं, हम जान सकते हैं. When you think about all that can happen in a million years, it can get pretty mind boggling. Yes, we have seen that, we have read that earlier as well, that um, for geographical changes, it takes millions of years to undergo any kind of such change. Imagine India pushing northwards, jamming against Asia to buckle its crust and form the Himalayas. और उस टाइम फिर क्या हुआ, जब गोंडवाना का सेपरेशन हुआ तो इंडिया नॉर्थ की तरफ पुश करने लगा, और पुश करते हुए एशिया से टकराया और वहाँ पर उसके हिमालयस की फॉर्मेशन हुई. साउथ अमेरिका ड्रिफ्टिंग ऑफ टू ज्वाइन नॉर्थ अमेरिका. ऐसे ही जो सदर्न हेमिस्फीयर में आप देखोगे साउथ अमेरिका, इट ऑल्सो स्टार्टेड मूविंग टूवर्ड्स नॉर्थ अमेरिका, ओपनिंग अप द ड्रेक पैसेज टू क्रिएट ए कोल्ड सर्कमपोलर करंट. करंट से यहाँ पर मतलब है वेव्स, सी वेव्स, कीपिंग एंटार्क्टिका फ्रिजिड, डेजोलेट एंड एट द बॉटम ऑफ द वर्ल्ड. तो जो साउथ अमेरिका नॉर्थ अमेरिका से जाके मिल गया, उसके बाद वहाँ पर उसने एक ड्रेक पैसेज छोड़ दिया, और उस ड्रेक पैसेज ने कोल्ड सरकमपोलर करंट, ऐसी कोल्ड वेव्स का वहाँ से क्रिएशन हुआ, जिसकी वजह से एंटार्क्टिका एक फ्रिजिड जोन बन गया, एंड इट बिकेम डेजोलेट, मीन्स आइसोलेटेड एज वेल. For a sun worshipping South Indian like myself, here the author is a South Indian that you can see, and we worship sun god. 2 weeks in a place where 90% of the earth's total ice volumes are stored is a chilling prospect. अब we here see sun every day, and author, when she reached there, she lived in such a place for 2 weeks where 90% of the earth's total ice volume are stored. It was too chilling, not just for circulatory and metabolic functions, but also for the imagination. You can just imagine 90% of the total earth's ice stored at a place, and you are surrounded with that for 2 weeks. It's like walking into a giant ping pong ball devoid of any human markers, no trees, billboards, buildings. You lose all earthly sense of perspective and time here. और वहाँ पर ना ह्यूमन बींग्स हैं, ना ट्रीज हैं, ना बिल्डिंग्स हैं, कुछ नहीं है, नो वेजिटेशन, नथिंग एल्स. You lose all earthly sense. You feel that you are not from the planet Earth. The visual scale ranges from the microscopic to the mighty. अब विजिबल क्या क्या चीज़ें हैं वहाँ पे, माइक्रोस्कोपिक वेरी माइन्यूट ऑर्गेनिजम्स, टू माइटी midges and mites, to blue whales and icebergs. Midges and mites are very small microorganisms, and blue whales and icebergs were as big as countries. The largest recorded was the size of Belgium. इतने बड़े बड़े icebergs हैं वहाँ पर सी में. Days go on and on and on. It shows the continuation. When you are stuck up at a place, and the continuity is visible here, in surreal 24-hour austral summer light, and a ubiquitous silence, complete silence, deadly silence. interrupted only by the occasional avalanche or calving ice sheet. और उस कंप्लीट साइलेंस का इंटरप्शन कब होता है? जब कोई एवलेंच आता है, बर्फ का पहाड़ खिसक जाता है. Consecrates the place. It is only creating sound in the place. It's an immersion that will force you to place yourself in the context of the Earth's geological history, and for humans, the prognosis isn't good. और उसको वहाँ पर देखकर, उस व्यू को देखकर, you can understand the Earth's geological history, and you must realize that your future is not going to be good, because human intervention at all the places, human intervention on this planet Earth is causing deterioration of the planet. Let's see what is how human impact has how humans have impacted the earth. Human civilizations have been around for a paltry 12,000 years. तो जो ह्यूमन इवोल्यूशन है वो 12,000 ईयर्स से हुआ है. Barely a few seconds on the geological clock. In that short amount of time, we have managed to create quite a ruckus, etching our dominance over nature with our villages, towns, cities, and megacities. So, in such a short span of 12,000 years, we humans have created problems on this planet by proving our dominance over nature. Humans अपने आप को superior beings मानते हैं. You all have read in class 11 chapter The Ailing Planet. There also you have seen that humans want to show supremacy over all the other species of the earth, and they don't realize that they should not um, play havoc with the nature, otherwise it will take revenge. The rapid increase of human populations has left us battling with other species for limited resources. अब सबसे बड़ी प्रॉब्लम ह्यूमन पॉपुलेशन विच इज़ rapidly increasing, and because more population require more resources, so other species are fighting for the resources. They aren't getting those limited resources, and the unmitigated burning of fossil fuels has now created a blanket of carbon dioxide around the world. और uninterrupted, without any interruption, जो fossil fuel की burning है उससे क्या हुआ? It has created a sheet of blanket of carbon dioxide around the world, which is slowly but surely increasing the average global temperature. Climate change is one of the most hotly contested environmental debates of our time or present में. What you are observing? Complete overhauling of climate, complete changes in the climate coming up. Will the West Antarctic ice sheet melt entirely? और अब हम क्या सुन रहे हैं? That the glaciers, because of global rising of temperature, because of this temperature increase, the ice sheets or icebergs or the ice mountains at Antarctica, they are melting and receding. And what it is going to do, it is increasing the water level in the sea. Will the Gulf Stream ocean current be disrupted? Will it be the end of the world as we know it? These are some of the questions in the mind of the humans. Maybe, maybe not. Either way, researches are going on. Antarctica is a crucial element in this debate, not just because it's the only place in the world which has never sustained a human population and therefore remains relatively pristine in this respect, but more importantly, because it holds in its ice cores half million year old carbon records trapped in its layers of ice. तो एंटार्क्टिका बहुत क्रुशियल है, बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है इस डिबेट में. रीज़न, इट्स नॉट जस्ट बिकॉज देर इज़ नो ह्यूमन पॉपुलेशन, एंड दैट्स वाई इट इज़ स्टिल इन इट्स प्रिमेवल स्टेट. वहाँ पर क्लाइमेटिक चेंजेस इतने ज़्यादा नहीं हो रहे हैं, ह्यूमन इंटरवेंशन इतना ज़्यादा नहीं है. But most importantly, Antarctica is known because in its ice cores, half million year old carbon records are trapped in its layers of ice. So इसलिए important है. If we want to study and examine the Earth's past, present and future, Antarctica is the place to go. Students on Ice, the program I was working with on the Shokilski, aims to do exactly this by taking high school students to the ends of the world and providing them with inspiring educational opportunities which will help them foster a new understanding and respect for our planet. So, the author has undertaken this voyage uh, with students because there was a program named Students on Ice in which she has joined the students and moved to Antarctica so that the students can get opportunity to understand the planet Earth. It's been in operation for 6 years now, headed by Canadian Geoff Green, who get tired of carting celebrities and retired rich curiosity seekers who could only give back in a limited way. So this man, Canadian Geoff Green, uh, he used to take retired people, rich people, or celebrities to Antarctica, and those who were interested, curious to know about it, but they could give nothing in return. But students, with students on ice, he offers the future generation of policy makers a life changing experience. लेकिन वो चाहता है कि स्टूडेंट्स जाएं और इसलिए वो स्टूडेंट्स को लेकर गया बिकॉज स्टूडेंट्स आर द फ्यूचर जनरेशन एंड दे विल बी पॉलिसी मेकर्स इन फ्यूचर. So they should have a life changing experience at an age where they are ready to absorb, learn, and most importantly, act. The reason the program has been so successful is because it's impossible to go anywhere near the South Pole and not be affected by it. It's easy to be blase about polar ice caps melting while sitting in the comfort zone of our respective latitude and longitude. But when you can visibly see glaciers retreating and ice shelves collapsing, you begin to realize that the threat of global warming is very real. सो यहाँ पर ऑथर ये बताना चाहता है कि अपने लैटिट्यूड एंड लॉन्गिट्यूड मीन्स अपने सिटी, अपने एरिया में बैठकर, अपने कंफर्ट जोन में बैठकर ये डिस्कशन करना, ये डिबेट्स करना, ये बोलना कि आइस कैप्स आर मेल्टिंग इज़ क्वाइट ईजी. लेकिन जब आप वहाँ पर जाते हो एंड यू कैन विजिबली सी दैट द आइस शीट्स आर मेल्टिंग, then you begin to realize that the threat of global warming is very real. So, this is why the author went to Antarctica to read about um, Antarctica's past, present, and future. And she went along with the students so that the students, who are the future policymakers, can realize the real threat due to global warming. So that's all for today, and we'll be posting next video within a day or two. So thank you.